Alright, we're live, and I'm Tim Wilde, and these are my wild thoughts on Venom! Let There Be Carnage! Yeah, this movie wasn't good. I'm not going to do any spoilers right here. There's a good chance I might do a spoiler review on Saints on Cinema if you want to check that out, if you're curious what my detailed thoughts are. But let me just say, no, I didn't like this movie. It was pretty simplified and kind of dumb and pretty obvious. Like everything the whole story kind of unraveled. Everything was easy to call out. I like the first Venom. I thought the first Venom movie was really good. It was entertaining and fun. It knew exactly what it was. It didn't try and be more than it was. It leaned into the corny, goofy stuff and let Tom Hardy just play and have fun, and he did, and it worked, and it was great. This one tried to take itself a little too seriously, and I was excited about it because I love Woody Harrelson, and I was excited to see what he was going to do. I thought this movie was it was just a letdown because it didn't let him play. Woody Harrelson is Woody Harrelson. It was a lot of fun, but it was like he didn't have a lot of fun things that he could do with the character because what they wrote for the character to do was really boring. There was no setup and no establishment of who Carnage was. They told how he became Carnage in the movie, but like his background happens at the very beginning of the movie. A little flashback. It felt like I was watching X-Men Wolverine Origins, whatever that movie's called. You get a little flavor, a little hint of the background, and then he re-elaborates it later on. It's a pretty creative scene. I'll give it that. When he kind of elaborates on his origin later on, it's pretty cool how they do that. But other than that, no, it was boring. It's CGI awesomeness, but like the character doesn't get established as well as it did the Riot did in the first one, and that was my problem. It wasn't executed very well, where it was just a very basic story, and you can have a simple story and execute and have it really good. But this one, the story was just like, this happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. It's like, here we kidnapped the princess, and now we told the knight he has to slay the dragon. He slays the dragon, and then he saves the princess, and then they live happily ever after. Like everything was just event. There was no journey for the audience or the characters to go on, and the first one had that. You had the lobster scene in the first one. You had a lot of relationships stuff going on. You had his getting to know Venom and them trying to work together. The stuff in the grocery store. There was all kinds of pieces of the journey that you could see them establishing the relationships, including what was going on in the lab to give this little kind of creepy horror movie a tone to it that was appropriate for the Venom movie. In this one, it tried to go really a little bit darker and have Carnage. Everyone's been excited to see Carnage on the big screen, and then we see Carnage. He looks amazing, and Venom looks amazing, but Venom's abilities are inconsistent. There's things that he can do in the apartment that doesn't seem like he's able to do when he's in a fight with Venom. Their relationship issues are whatever, they're fine. The stuff with Venom and Brock are fine, but it's just it was just a letdown. It was an hour and a half. They could have breathed a little bit more, and I was at first relieved it was only an hour and a half because I was like, oh good, they're not gonna try and milk too much time and overstay their welcome. But this one didn't. It didn't even take its shoes off. It just was in and out, and it was kind of pointless. Didn't like it. I didn't like it. I was really disappointed. A lot of people are enjoying it, but I don't think the people that are enjoying this movie really understand that the storytelling of this film was very sloppy. It was very sloppy, very dumb, very, very dumb. Relationships don't work. Things don't make sense. The fighting doesn't make sense. Andy Serkis directed it. Fantastic, because Andy Serkis has spent most of his career in a CGI mocap suit. So for him to be having half his career and being experts on stuff doing or working with CGI, and then also being on the camera on screen, there's a lot of fun stuff that you see with Tom Hardy transitioning in and out of the symbiote, which is kind of fun and cool until you get to the fight, and then all the abilities don't make sense. Why is Carnage bigger and stronger? Well, they don't establish that. Why is Venom a little scared at first, and you see that in the trailer? Well, they don't really establish. They don't explain anything. At least in the first one, he's intimidated by Riot because on his planet, Venom's kind of a loser. And they establish that. They explain that. Great. I understand why Riot's going to be a challenge for Venom. This one, Carnage is supposed to be this big scary thing that scares Venom. Why? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't explain it. It's just dumb. The movie's dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. If you like this movie, great. You're just easily impressed by CGI, but I'm sorry. It didn't work. Didn't work. And those are my thoughts. So, thanks for watching. Wild thoughts on Venom, the incarceration of Carnage 2.